It is just insane to see an MC20 in person. If you guys haven't, I suggest you visit your nearest Maserati dealership and find one. And if they don't have one, you go to the next dealership. If they don't have one, you ask them when it's coming in, because you need to be able to see and experience this. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where you see it behind me. This is a $334,000 Maserati MC20 for 2022, and this is a spec we have not yet seen on the channel. We've seen the white color, okay, we've seen that, but it has a few different color specs and options that we haven't seen yet on the channel. I had to bring it to you here at Maserati Central Florida in Orlando, and anytime that I have the opportunity to be around this car, let alone put it on the channel, I'm gonna take it and give it to you guys. So here we are with the 2022 Maserati MC20 coupe or coupe supercar. Now this Maserati MC20 is for sale. Make sure you guys hit up Yanniel, aka Johnny, here at Maserati Central Florida in Orlando, where he will get this in your garage or any other Maserati or any other vehicle for that means here at the dealership. Just check out his information in the description below so you guys can get a hold of these yourself. I'm gonna need you guys to just check this out. No matter how many MC20s we see or don't see on the channel, this color is just, it does something to me. In Bianco Adulce or Adulce, or however you want to say it, it's French, but this color, this pearl matte white paint that shows off the blue, look at the blue in this thing, it just looks insane. So we've had a couple of white MC20 coupes on the channel, or coupes on the channel before, but not necessarily this spec. This one has red calipers, which we haven't seen before on the MC20. Now there's 20-inch birdcage wheels there, as you guys can see. Red calipers, white script, Brembo brakes, obviously, drilled rotors, all right, and the Bridgestone Potenza tires to go with this setup. Now also, we have the black roof here, which we've seen in black and carbon fiber before, all right, but we have also the carbon fiber spoiler, which looks really nice, and we have the Italian flag under the Maserati script here, which is a nice touch. Now, one thing you don't see is the carbon fiber kit that is a $35,000 kit for what would be anything plastic on the exterior, like this rear bumper, like the side skirts there, which would change to carbon fiber, and the front fascia would change to carbon fiber. Now, that's okay because we still have a beautiful looking machine just in this Bianco Adulce. I mean, wow, this paint, again, is just so beautiful. I forgot the exact price. You guys can drop it in the comments below, but it's expensive, as it should be. Just looking at this car from all angles, the ergonomics of this, Klaus Busse, you did a phenomenal job. Hats off to you, because this thing is just so beautiful from all angles, no matter where you're looking at it. It is just insane to see an MC20 in person. If you guys haven't, I suggest you visit your nearest Maserati dealership and find one. And if they don't have one, you go to the next dealership. If they don't have one, you ask them when it's coming in, because you need to be able to see and experience this in person. Now, I have yet to be able to drive one, but I have ridden in one, as you guys knew that I did in the matte black one that we did in Tampa, where we took a drive in it. But man, this is just drop dead gorgeous. Now, just in case you're wondering, the fuel consumption was 18, 15, 25. 18 combined city and highway, 15 city and 25 highway. And again, I know some might be curious, but I had to bring it up. I know when you buy an MC20, you're probably not worrying about fuel consumption, but there it is, just in case you need to know. And obviously, you know, premium fuel only for this twin turbo V6 Nettuno engine. Now, you guys know all about this V6 Nettuno engine, right? 3-liter V6, as I mentioned. All right, 621 horsepower, 2.90 to 60 with a 202 mile per hour top speed out of this rear wheel drive. Now, for 2023, keep in mind that this engine cover will come standard in carbon fiber. Right now, it's an option, so this one did not check that box for that option, but this engine cover will be the carbon fiber one that you see in some of the other models standard in 2023. Now, when it comes to the luggage capacity in the back, well, you can tell there's not a lot of room, right? 3.5 cubic feet of space. Yeah, that's about it. Now, obviously, this is a nice GT Grand Tourer, you know, so you can drive this daily and stow what you would need if you got a couple of groceries or anything you want to put in the back of this. But yeah, 3.5 cubic feet, not a lot going on back here, but still enough. So if we pop the front here, well, yes, even less space, as you guys were probably guessing. 1.8 cubic feet of space. It does exactly what it needs to do. You're not putting a 55-inch TV back here. Enough for some documents, some extra toolkit stuff, and that's about it. That's your front of your Maserati MC20, but it does what it needs to do. Holds a couple of things since there's not a lot of stowage in the cabin, so this is your getaway. Now, while we're at it, I mean, we gotta do the scissor doors, dihedral doors, whatever kind of doors you want to call them. We gotta put them up just because. Wow. Yeah, they're for egress. They're supposed to be functional, but damn, are they beautiful. Now, just to give you some quick specs on the MC20, your length is at 184 inches, 86 in width, 48 inches in height, and your wheelbase is 106 inches with a 66-inch front track. Now, you have front tires that are 245/35 ZR20s and rear tires that are 305/30 ZR20s. And how much does she weigh? How much does she tip the scale? 3,306 pounds. Now, this MC20 also has the lift system on it, so that's a big option. You're gonna want to lower the car when you need to do it or raise it when you need to do it. So I wanted to show you guys up close what it looks like when it does that, because obviously driving this car and getting it into, you know, bumpier or more inclined, you know, driveways or roads and stuff like that, you're gonna want to have the lift system as an option to be able to get on to your pavement without scraping the undercarriage. So again, I want to show you what it looked like rising here, and then what it looked like lowering, and show you how quick it is to get to its destination. And that's it. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, it helps grow the channel, and I get more opportunities to get more beautiful Maseratis like this MC20 behind me here today. And don't think that I wasn't gonna give you a couple of blips. I mean, come on. We gotta hear this twin turbo Nettuno engine sing. Now, last thing we need to check out is the interior. So let's lift up the dihedrals. And there it is, guys. Perfect for egress, as Klaus Busse, head of Maserati design, would say. So ingress, egress to get in and out of the vehicle. That's why they did this. Now, while this is up here, you can see that the design allows the door to have a passageway to let air inside right there, as you see the mesh grille. Now, the grille obviously to help protect the side skirts from any rock chips and anything like that, because imagine scraping this up from anything that would come through there. What they want to come through there is air to come through, and then it feeds into back here. All right, so it's all functional as far as the wind tunnel and cooling the vehicle goes, and it's just a great design. Now, before we get in, another thing we have not yet seen is the roll-so stitching. So you guys can see the theme. The roll-so stitching matches the roll-so calipers. That's not something yet we've seen on the MC20 on this channel. Now, before we get into that, MC20 side sill done in carbon fiber. Looks really good. Aluminum pedals down there as well. All right, and then the seatbelt seats, sport seats bolstered, Alcantara inserts, the stitched Trident and Rosso and carbon fiber insert there. All looks phenomenal. Now, this has a Sonos Faber sound system right there. We actually tested it out for the first time before I started shooting this, and my gosh, does it sound amazing. Now, I can't do it without getting any copyright, so I don't want to do it because I don't want to get this video demonetized, but you guys will have to take my word for it. Now, as you can see, the floor mats are under, and those are also in the Rosso contrasted stitching to go with those calipers. Now, we hop in. I already have the car on to let in a little bit of AC, but we will easily pull this down to let ourselves in, And this is actually the button to release the door to open it. All right, but this is the strap to pull everything down. And here we are. Now you can see that beautiful leather door upper with the Rosso stitching and the Alcantara inserts, as well with the Alcantara armrest and the Rosso stitching. Looks good with this carbon fiber steering wheel with Alcantara. All right, then you have the dry carbon here, dry carbon here. I don't know if you guys noticed, I guess I didn't bring it up, but the forged carbon in the door. So as you guys can see, forged carbon fiber all throughout the door of this carbon fiber monocoque. You guys probably can't see it that well, but you've seen it in other videos. It's phenomenal. Now, the theme carries on in here, all right? Alcantara, Rosso stitching, I mean, carbon fiber, aluminum, it all looks great. I just love it. Now, you do have a 10.25-inch TFT screen, fully digital, and a 10.25-inch infotainment screen running Uconnect 5. So this one was the first one to really start it. The MC20 started the digital dash here, and now we have it in the Grecale, and this starts the new Maserati design language. So again, this is something that we've seen, in previous MC20s, but just something that I wanted to bring up. You also see those carbon fiber paddle shifters. We can't forget about those column-mounted paddles that are huge because, Italians love their big paddle shifters. Flat bottom steering wheel, very Alfa Romeo-esque, and then the Grecale took from this. And then you also have the start-stop button right here on the steering wheel, and then the launch control button on the steering wheel as well. I don't even think this can do launch control because it only has 152 miles on the clock. Yes, somebody turned this in and traded it in, only driving it 152 miles. Granted, Maserati didn't test it and maybe drive it 40 miles themselves before they delivered it here. Insane to me. I could never get rid of this, but that's just me. So with that said, launch control, I think you have to do 1,000 miles at least, or 500 miles or something like that. You guys can correct me in the comments. But yeah, I would love to do launch control in this one day if I can drive it. Now, with that said, we've talked about the different ergonomics as far as the design with the carbon fiber here, Alcantara here, the leather here, the floating screen here for the infotainment. Then you have the mirror, which is either a video or practical. Now, you can see why practical isn't always the good thing to do. So we do have a camera in the back for video. So that is something, just in case you want to keep in mind, because that's our window, guys. We have a beautiful view of that MC20, the 2.0 engine, kind of, sort of. But other than that, you have your rear deck, and that's it. I mean, there's not much to it, so you need that mirror. Now, you do have your driving modes here for your dial, and remember that 2023, this will be digital. The 2022 MC20 is the last year you get this analog dial because it will be digital in the 2023 models. So we'll have to check that out. Also in the 2023 models, you will see this in blue, the start-stop button. All right, so you have GT, Sport, Corsa, ESC off, all right, turning off your traction, and wet mode. All right, Florida, you probably want to use that more than often. Now in this big carbon fiber central tunnel, you also have your drive modes for the drive and manual, and you'll have reverse there. That's all you need, right? And then your window switches are right here in the center, just in case you were looking for those, and radio controls right here. Now, in between this Alcantara and Rosso stitched armrest, there's not much. Yeah, just a place to put your key fob there, and that's basically it. Yeah, so there's that. We do have a glove box, so that's gonna be some of your stowage for inside of this cabin. And then you have the place where my phone is right now to set your phone. And just in case you were wondering, on your head unit here, you do have your controls like your max AC, your hazards, things like your parking sensors and everything like that. So keep in mind, you do all have that here with the home link for your garage and all that up here in the Alcantara head unit up top. And per usual, you guys know I like to show off those bright smiles with the headlights, the turn signals there, and the running lights for the LEDs. All right, and then your turn indicator is right there on the side, as you guys can see. And then you have a reflector here at the bottom of the back bumper. And then our tails all illuminated here. All looks so good together. All right, guys, so with 152 miles, this pre-owned Maserati MC20 at $334,000. Would you pay it if you had it? If you're looking for one, is this something you would get as far as this spec goes? White with red calipers and then the carbon and red interior with Alcantara. I love it. I love it. And man, one day, guys, one day when I get big on YouTube, if I get big on YouTube, and one day when I hit the lottery, one day when I work hard enough to get one of these, it will definitely be in my garage, but I am thankful for the time I get to spend with it here. So I want to know if you guys enjoyed it as well today. Drop those comments down below. Do you love this spec as much as I do? Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, because when you give the video a like, it helps get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on this 2022 Maserati MC20 at $334,000. Now, with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below, where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel and help me get my own Maserati MC20. I appreciate that extra love, guys. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch, where you guys can get hoodies, you can get long sleeve shirts, everything like that to keep you warm this holiday season. Now, with that said, if you guys want to help and check me out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, see what I'm doing there, posting Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat content that doesn't always make it here to the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.